Hello and welcome to beautiful Italy, where we've flown out to be amongst the first to test the all-new Kia Picanto city car. Or at least it would be beautiful Italy if the British weather hadn't followed us. It's grey, muggy and blowing an absolute gale out there, as you can probably tell by the mess of my hair. However, something that isn't a mess is the design work of this new Kia Picanto. Sure, it has those boxy proportions that most city cars have, but you know, faceless econo-box this is not. It stands out from the crowd. Just look at the detailing in these headlights and this GT Line S model in chili red. I mean, it looks the part with the 16-inch alloy wheels pushed right to the corners of the overall silhouette of the car. There's some nice sporty rework details on the bumpers and you get a chromed exhaust tip. And overall, I think it's a really appealing little car. Sat next to many of its competitors, it makes them look rather bland. Kia here have rolled the dice in terms of design, and it's certainly paid off. The Picanto is set to have a broad appeal with 11 exterior colours and 5 different interior colours. Generally speaking, interiors are a tricky subject for city cars because they're not very big, but this car does somewhat of a TARDIS in that it seems bigger on the inside. There's plenty of headroom throughout the cabin, and the large windows allow plenty of natural light in, so it doesn't feel like you're hemmed in or in some sort of pillbox. I will say there are a few scratchy plastics to be found around the cabin, which is a little bit disappointing, but their white clean nature will certainly play well with children. GTS models such as this get these sporty red and black leather heated seats, which have a surprising amount of bolstering and support for a city car. Front and centre is Kia's rather ergonomic touchscreen infotainment display. It can also utilise Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's responsive and the large icons make it easy to use. GT Line S models are also treated to red stitching on the steering wheel, as well as some fancy go faster stripes on the door cards. In the rear, as I said, headroom is good, and legroom's actually not too bad either, even for the middle passenger. A class-leading 255 litre boot. Under the bonnet of this specific Picanto is a 1.25 litre four-cylinder naturally aspirated engine that produces 83 brake horsepower and 122 Newton meters of torque. Now, whilst that might not sound like an awful lot, this car doesn't weigh very much, and it means that power and torque in particular goes a long way. In fact, on motorways, this higher capacity engine than its siblings feels far from wheezy, and with set cruise control, it's quite happy to pedal its way along at the speed limit. Power is sent to the front wheels via this 5-speed manual transmission with a nice short throw, though it does occasionally feel a little bit notchy. With this car, Kia have got the basics right. They've taken each wheel, pushed it right out to the corner to maximise the footprint of the car, and it means it's actually quite a nice, stable platform. Throw it into a series of bends, there's good levels of grip considering the size of the tyres, and the steering in particular is really precise, which has surprised me. There's good weighting to the steering too. That means when you start throwing it about, whilst there is some pronounced body roll as you go about your business, it's actually surprisingly enjoyable, and that sense of agility is what really fuels that. Obviously it's no Ferrari. 0 to 62 miles per hour takes 11.6 seconds, but the joy is actually to be found in maintaining the momentum through the corners. Whilst its dynamic performance may surprise some, let's not forget that this car is designed to primarily work in built-up urban areas. I have to say, on the whole, it's pretty good there too. The ride with the 16-inch alloy wheels on this GT Line S model, it does sort of thump into road imperfections. However, lower specification models with the smaller alloy wheels actually ride really, really well. Refinement's not bad, with the engine keeping itself to a quiet hum and just wind noise building as the speed increases. Visibility is good all around, with rear visibility being boosted further with a reversing camera on this model. Kia claim that this car emits 106 grams per kilometre of CO2 and will return 61 mpg combined. Starting at £9,450, the all-new Kia Picanto acquits itself very well as an all-rounder, a city car that's not afraid to venture beyond the high street. With a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, you can buy with confidence in this new Kia. The city class is highly competitive, and the all-new model here, well, it's come in, and I think it's really given some of its competitors something to think about.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.